Okay, another week of Facebook Live. All right, let's get a few people on here. I think I'm live now for Measure Me Life. There's Stacy. All right, it may just be me and you today, Stace. Hello. And there's Angie. All right, we've got about 5 or 6 people watching, so I don't want to take up too much of your all's time. So I'm gonna get ready. Hi, Dad. There's my dad. So welcome back to Measure Me Life. My name's Tammy Roach. I've been doing the intermittent fasting lifestyle since Halloween, and I've had pretty good success with it. I started a group, and we're called Measure Me Life. We have a website called measuremelife.com. We're going to have monthly meetings so that at these meetings you can come in and get measured. And we'll also talk about different challenges that we're having in this lifestyle, and also praise reports. We'll do measurements, and then we're also going to add in a clothing swap. So we are going to have the second meeting next Sunday evening, and I'll go over the information again at the end of this video. But we will have our second meeting, which will be our first month. So the folks that started with us in January, we will be able to measure them and check out their progress as far as measurements. We will not be using the scales. With this way of life, we do not use the scales as a measurement tool. We like to trust the process, know that there's much bigger things at work as far as our health and our size, and that we're shrinking instead of just losing weight. So the biggest thing that I can say this week after some of the comments that I've had on our private group is that we really need to trust this process. I know most of you guys who are in the group with me, you're about into your 3-week time frame. You've been doing this about 3 weeks. Hi, Susie. And you are expecting big weight losses. You're expecting to have some really good success with it. I know a lot of you all are like, oh, wow, at that picture of me from Halloween to December. But that was actually, I had 50 fast under my belt. So those of you that have just been doing this for 3 weeks, you have 18 to 21 fast under your belt. So you're not even close to where I was at that time. And as you know, I have a long ways to go to get to where I would like to be. One thing I want to mention, this is not a lose weight fast thing. You're not going to lose weight really quick. You can't have your sights set on, I need to lose 50 pounds by vacation in July. This is really a way of life. It's more about your health, regenerating your cells. It helps with cancer. It helps prevent cancer. It helps prevent Alzheimer's. There's so many good benefits to doing this fasting outside of just losing weight. We like to say that losing weight is just a side effect of the fasting. So we do follow the book called Delay, Don't Deny. It is a book written by Jen Stevens. She's amazing, and she wrote the book while she was in the process of losing weight and kind of figuring it out as she went. So the book's several years old. And I know some of you've read the book and said, well, she did not clean fast throughout the book. And no, she didn't, because she figured it out as she was going. And then she figured out to be more successful, you really have to clean fast. Clean fast means that you only have black coffee, unsweet tea, and water. Plain water. No lemon in your water. No kind of additives in anything, those 3 things when you're fasting. So Jen did kind of figure it out as she went through the process, as are we. Like I said, I am now about 85 fast into it, so about 85 days. And of course, I'm learning this process along with you guys. I shared with you all right before the first of the year what was being successful for me. And I just have so many friends that I absolutely adore. And I thought that you all might like to come along with me. And I can't get over, I'm very humbled at how many of you all are following me now on the website, being very active, jumping in with this lifestyle. I'm just very, very thankful to all you guys. So anyway, as I said, I'm not a doctor. If you know me, you know that. I'm not a doctor. I don't know all the answers, but I can sure help you find them if you have questions to this type of lifestyle. So like I said, to my group who are already out on the delayed, on our group, it's called Measure Me Life. If you're in my private group, I want us to focus more on the non-scale victories. I know we've all had this diet mentality our whole lives, right? I mean, I've been on a diet my whole life, and it's always been about a weight. It's always been about calories in, calories out. But this is more about non-scale victories. It's more about how you feel. It's more about the size that you're in. It's more about just the more than just the weight on the scale. So I'd really like for us to kind of start focusing on that. I know we're sharing pictures already out on our private group, but again, we're only 3 weeks into it. A lot of these pictures, y'all are doing amazing, and I love that we're sharing pictures, but you guys just buckle your seatbelt. It's only going to get better. So as far as losing the diet mentality, it really has taken me a long time to do that because I've been dieting my whole life. But you really do get into the mode where you're not constantly thinking about food. Food has always been, what makes me happy. When I'm happy, I eat. When I'm sad, I eat. When I'm depressed, I eat. Anytime I want to eat, whenever we're excited, we eat, right? But this has really helped me to form a better relationship with food. And I've lost the diet mentality. I don't think about what I'm going to go to the store and buy, what I'm going to meal prep, what I'm going to take to lunch, during the work week. I'm just not constantly thinking about food. What I'm thinking about is how many hours can I go today? Can I bump it up to 18 hours? Can I bump it up to 20? Can I go to a 24-hour fast? It's really more about time for me. And so that kind of helps me that I'm not constantly thinking about food. And I'm more so I don't want to say watching the clock, but kind of watching the clock. We do have, if you're in our private group, we do have a app that we use. It's free. And we have been using that app to start and stop our fasting times. And that's really, really a really cool tool that we're using. Again, it's free, and you can use that app to both, start and stop your fast, but also to kind of look back and see what's worked. On weeks that you feel like you had more success, you can look back and see how many hours you fasted that week, and it also keeps track of how many fasts that you've done. So like I said, as of today, I have 85 under my belt. So we also, I know I have a comment, and I've heard this a couple times from a couple people, especially since we're only a couple weeks into this process. There's some people that do get a little bit discouraged by some of the ones that are saying that they're 2-3 weeks into the process and they've lost 10 pounds. I know that we want to be excited for each other, but try to focus more on the non-scale victories if you guys could, just so that we can all kind of be on the same playing field. I know for myself, I've been doing this since Halloween, and I think I'm only down 16, 17 pounds. So that's not a whole lot. I feel tremendous though. I have tons of energy. This weekend, I've been cleaning all morning, went to church last night, cleaned all day yesterday, went to church last night, got up this morning, started cleaning out closets again. That was not what I used to do. I used to come home on the weekends and hang out on the couch and watch TV. So I am really loving the energy that I have. So we want to work on all these non-scale victories and maybe sharing those more so than how many pounds that we may or may not have lost. I wanted to welcome the new members. We have 58 new members this week into the Measure Me Life private Facebook group. That's 403 members so far. So not too bad for 3 weeks. We have over 400 members on our site. Something that I had looked up earlier because, for me, I feel like that I already have a habit of using the Life tool to start and stop my fast every day. I feel like there's a little bit less work involved in it, and it's more just about how far do I want to go today. And it's so the behavior is a little bit more automatic now. So I had read an article earlier that it says it takes about 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic. I think it used to be there was like 21 days is how many days it takes for a person to form a habit. There actually was an article written that I shared on our Facebook group. It takes anywhere from 18 to 254 days for a person to form a new habit. So if you're just in the 18 days, that's about where you guys are. 18 days, you still got a little bit of time to be able to form a habit into using this app, this Life app, and also creating this lifestyle called intermittent fasting. So some of the non-scale victories that I've heard from a few of our people in our group this week, feel free to shout them out to me. Looks like there's quite a few of you guys watching. So if you'd like to shout out some of your non-scale victories, please feel free to do that. But I know that a lot of people, the first thing that you notice is less inflammation in your face. You have a picture and you take another picture 3 or 4 weeks later and you can tell a huge difference in someone's face. Let me get a drink. Okay, Stacy says there's no back pain. So, no back pain. I know there was someone on my site, and I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was, that said that she had been having some issues with her back for about 7 years, and she had been fasting for a couple weeks and had already noticed that back pain was gone. I know that sounds crazy, but it is very true. I know my knees were hurting whenever I would walk up our steps at the house, and 3 days into fasting, I told Brian, I said, my knees are not hurting as bad now. And I thought it was just a fluke, but it really wasn't. So yes, less knee pain, Suze. Skin improvement. I can tell a difference in my skin. I know a lot of others have said that they can tell a difference in their skin, not just in your face, but just the way that your skin feels. It's much, much better. I know one of our guys, he said that he was able to move his belt over a notch. So I think that that's pretty cool. Aches and pains are gone. And how about saving money? I know I like to save money whenever I'm doing those other plans, regardless of what it was. I know I would always spend more money at the grocery. I would spend money on supplements or I don't want to say exercise plans because we really should be exercising. And I have a Planet Fitness that I promise I'm going to start that in another week or so. I'm going to start going and using that $15 a month. But I'm just talking about like at the grocery or even like eating out. So it's just saving money. You're not paying for a plan. Everything that we have here, you've got the website, which is free, where we all have like a community and we all talk about, like I said, our victories and our struggles. And then you've got the Life app. That Life app is totally free. It's out on is it Amazon or out on where you can download it, and it is free. Someone said more consistent blood glucose levels. Again, I am not diabetic and I don't know that much about diabetes, but I do know that I have several people in our group who are diabetic, and it's really helping them to feel better and give them more consistent glucose levels. And I already had saving better skin, better hair. I know a lot of people are saying that their hair's better. I don't really know. I have so much hair, I can't really tell a difference. So how about any other people out there have any non-scale victories that they'd like to share? I don't see a whole lot of people on here that's in our group already. But any questions about the intermittent fasting, or anything else that you would like to know? We do the intermittent fasting. A lot of people start out just trying to do 12 hours of fasting and 12 hours of eating. And then they'll bump it up to maybe 14 hours of fasting. And what is that? 14 hours of fasting, 10 hours of eating. I'm not really good at math. If you know me, you know that. But anyway, and then you just kind of work your way up. So Lance, what are you doing? 8 fasting and 16 eating, or 16 eating and 8 fasting? I'm not really sure. But anyway, the fasting lifestyle is amazing. It is a great health plan with a side effect of weight loss. I know myself this week, I am going to try to tweak it a little bit. I told Brian, I feel like 16 fast. Very good, Lance. I didn't know that you were doing this. That's awesome. So you'll have to hit me up. Are you in our group? Lance, are you in our group? So I know this week I'm going to try to tweak my fasting this week. If you know me and you followed me, I used to be a major diet Mountain Dew drinker. I mean, I drank it all the time, every day, all the time. So as soon as I started fasting, I cut out diet soft drinks. I cut out anything with artificial sweeteners in it. And now I drink regular. So now I'm drinking regular soft drinks. And I'm drinking them almost every day. So I'm going to quit that. That's today. I started today. And I've drank coffee today. I've drank unsweet tea. I've got me a whole pitcher of unsweet tea. So this week, I am committing to you guys. I am going to go off of soft drinks for an entire week, see how I feel, see how that measures up by next Sunday. And so that's my commitment to you guys. Lance, I want to get you in my group. We'll work on that. Susie, I'm so glad to hear that you guys are restarting. If you need anything, let me know. I hope that you all are feeling better. It looks like you've had the flu. So I will go over just a couple more things. Next Sunday, January 26th, we will have a Measure Me meeting at 5 o'clock. It's going to be at the Hebron Estates Community Center. Right now, we have 27 people who have committed to coming. We have 14 maybes. So I'm super excited about that. Very humbled that you guys are planning to come. We will have Facebook Live throughout most of our meetings. So you can join us back here. I am not sure if it's going to be on my specific Facebook, which is where you are right now, or if I'm just going to have it inside the Measure Me Life Facebook group. So if you're not on Measure Me Life Facebook group yet, you can join it. You can just message me and I can put you in there, or I believe you can just search for it if you're a friend of a friend. So if you're one of my friends on Facebook, you can just search for it and you can join. Doris says that you started a week ago. You started at 13-hour fast and you're already up to 17-hour fast. Awesome. I am super proud of you. That is great. I can't wait to hear how it makes you feel. So next week at the meeting, we will be having a clothing swap. We'll explain that a little bit further on our website this week. We'll do measurements, and then we're also going to go over some before and during pictures, not before and after, but before and during pictures. And we're also going to go over some goals that we have accomplished and some that we want to share. So I have the puppy dog is coming up the steps. So I guess I better go. If you all have any questions at all, please feel free to message me. And I can't wait to see all of you guys. Much love to you all. See you thinner.